Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hello Word, the podcast that explores the fascinating world of English vocabulary. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm thrilled to have you join me today. Our word of the day is brutal, a C1 level adjective meaning cruel or harsh. So, what exactly does brutal mean? Well, it describes something that is savage, ruthless, or unforgiving. Think of it as the opposite of gentle or kind. Brutal can apply to physical acts, like a brutal assault, but it can also describe less tangible things, like a brutal review of a movie or a brutal winter. In everyday language, we use brutal to emphasize the severity or unpleasantness of something. Now, let's look at some synonyms for brutal. One synonym is cruel. For example, the dictator was known for his cruel treatment of political prisoners. Another synonym is harsh. The judge handed down a harsh sentence. We can also use the word savage as a synonym. The team suffered a savage defeat. Then there's ruthless, meaning without pity or compassion. The company made a ruthless decision to lay off hundreds of employees. Finally, ferocious is another synonym. The lion launched a ferocious attack. Now, let's look at how these synonyms are used in sentences. Using cruel, it was cruel to leave the dog outside in the freezing rain. Using harsh, the desert climate is extremely harsh. Using savage, the savage storm destroyed many homes along the coast. Using ruthless, the businessman was known for his ruthless tactics. Using ferocious, the ferocious winds made it dangerous to drive. Now, let's explore the opposite side of the coin with some antonyms for brutal. One antonym is gentle. For example, she has a gentle touch. Another antonym is kind. He's always been a very kind person. Then we have compassionate. The doctor was compassionate towards her patients. We can also use merciful as an antonym. The judge was merciful and gave him a light sentence. Finally, humane is another good antonym. The prison system aims to be more humane. Let's see how these antonyms work in sentences. Using gentle, the nurse used a gentle hand when bandaging the wound. Using kind, it was kind of you to help me with my groceries. Using compassionate, the compassionate social worker helped the family find housing. Using merciful, the general decided to be merciful and spare the prisoners. Using humane, they are working to create a more humane society. So, how can you use brutal in everyday life? You might say, the traffic this morning was brutal, meaning it was really bad. Or, that exam was brutal, indicating it was very difficult. You could also say, she gave me a brutal but honest assessment of my performance. Here's some more usage examples. The weather forecast predicts a brutal cold snap next week. The competition was brutal, but I learned a lot. He faced the brutal reality of a situation. The news report contained brutal details of the crime. The editor made some brutal cuts to the manuscript. She received a brutal rejection from the university. It was a brutal workout at the gym. To sum up, brutal is a powerful word that describes something harsh, cruel, or unforgiving. Remember its synonyms like cruel, harsh, savage, ruthless, and ferocious, and its antonyms like gentle, kind, compassionate, merciful, and humane. Use it to add impact to your descriptions and conversations. Thanks for tuning in to Hello Word today. I hope you found this exploration of the word brutal helpful. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover Hello Word and expand their English vocabulary. Now, I have a challenge for you. Try to create your own sentence using the word brutal and share it as a comment under this episode. I'd love to see how you use it. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring the wonderful world of words.